Hey, what's up? Let's walk to work together. Definitely not lost on me that I'm lucky that I live close enough to be able to walk to work. It's sometimes taken for granted, but not on a beautiful day like today. So, question I've been getting a lot when I knock on your door. Say, hey, I'm Ed. I'm running to be your state rep. They say, why? Question. Fair question. And it's not like a, oh, why are you doing that? It's a, why would you want to do that? And it's a fair question because I believe politics, both nationally and locally, has gotten to be a very toxic place. And that's unfortunate. So when I reflect back on the thought process that went into this decision to run, which is a big decision, right? Affects me, my family, my business, my community. I keep coming back to the why. And the why is because, like many of you, I was growing more and more frustrated, more and more angry, more and more scared. I have a young family, and like a lot of you with a young family, we're working harder than ever. We're doing more than we've ever done, and we still can't get ahead. At a time when corporate profits are at record highs and wages aren't keeping up with inflation, something's wrong. That makes me angry. And despite all this progress and all this hard work and corporate profits being higher than ever, our generation is the first in this country to not be doing as well as our parents were doing. People in our generation can't afford to buy a house, can't afford daycare, can't afford gas, can't afford groceries, can't afford their power bills. And I'm angry and I'm scared about the clown show that the federal government has become. That the issues that they've chosen to undertake in this administration, to very few people's surprise, has nothing to do with fixing any of these issues. They've only gotten worse. And part of that problem is that lack of urgency has bled down from the federal level to the state level. And in my opinion, this is a time, a golden opportunity for state government to step up, to do what the federal government can't or won't do. Bring a level of seriousness back to the table to addressing these issues that affect young families everywhere that we don't see from the federal government. Just a few days ago, we saw a tweet from the president. Don't worry, it'll all work out in the end. It always does. Easy to say for a billionaire, multi-billionaire. On the state level, it's frustrating to see this disconnect between policies and leadership and our voters and our constituents. Our taxes are rising. You know how I feel about property taxes. They're out of control and they're getting worse, and no one has brought a solution forward. No one's examined why Amazon and Chase and other companies are paying less in property tax and we're all paying more. And as a small business owner that prides myself on being a part of this community that I've lived and worked in my whole life, to see how we've been put in a position that's impossible to compete. We need leaders who are neighbors before they're politicians, who knows the needs of the community and who's serious about addressing the issues. We need leaders who are going to address the issues that affect our neighbors, our community members, and our small businesses, the real issues that affect them every day, not the issues that are put forth by out-of-state special interests and national think tanks and national politics. We need to address our issues here, right now, the ones that are in front of us. We need leaders who are going to be open and accessible and transparent. And I can't make a ton of promises. I can't promise that tomorrow we're going to be able to lower energy costs. I can't promise that tomorrow we're going to lower grocery costs. There's just limited options a state rep can have. But what I can promise and what I'm going to promise is that if you elect me, you are going to get a level of transparency and communication that is so far from the norm of what we've grown to accept that I hope you'll be pleasantly surprised. I hope will set the tone for other legislators. We need to communicate clearly. We need to engage with our constituents. We need to be available and transparent and accessible. And I promise to do that. A lot of you know me, and I know you, and I think you know the kind of person I am, and that's what you're voting for. And it's going to be impossible for every single person in this district to agree with every single thing I vote to support or oppose. But what I promise is that if I vote for something, you're going to know why, and you're going to know the thought behind it, and we're going to have a conversation about it. Can't do it alone. We're all in this together. This is our community. We are all in this together. I need your support. I need you to volunteer. I need you to put a yard sign up. I need you to vote on September 15th. And if you're able, I need you to make a donation. Any amount. I swear any amount helps. Let's do this. Let's fix this. Let's start to fix this. Thanks, guys. Thanks for walking to work with me.